There's one county back in Ireland I left so long ago, in the province of brave Connaught. It's the county of Mayo, with its nature and its beauty, in this peaceful land and air. It brings back some happy memories, this county of my birth. Let's go back to County Mayo, the pride of all the West. A mountain of Croagh, not shrine looks at its best. Ballyhonus and Claremorris, those towns I should know. It was there I spent my childhood, in the county of Mayo. The day I left my homeland, with fond memories I did dwell. To my parents and my brothers I bid a fond farewell. From New York down to Boston and on to Chicago, my thoughts still lingered in one place, the county of Mayo. Let's go back to County Mayo, the pride of all the West. The mountain of Croagh, not shrine looks at its best. Ballyhonus and Claremorris, those towns I should know. It was there I spent my childhood, in the county of Mayo. It was there I spent my childhood, in the county of Mayo.
I'm here in Irishtown for a very, very special event, because one of Ireland's finest singers, the pride of the West, Kevin Prendergast, is celebrating 50 years in showbiz, and we're expecting a big crowd here in Bourkes, and many of his fellow artists will be joining him on stage to help him celebrate this great event. But first, we caught up with Kevin at his home in Brickens in Ballyhonus.
Well, I was the bounty totaler for 3 long years or more. The neighbours all respected me in days and clothes I wore. Me family were fond of me till one unlucky day when, like...
Kevin, congratulations on 50 years in showbiz. The years don't be long going by.
You can say that again, yeah.
Can you remember your first professional performance?
For professional, I would say many moons ago, I worked as a barman in the Travellers' Friend in Castlebar. And there was a guy in one night, Jack, I think his name was Jack Riley. He had a hall in Ahagower, St. Patrick's Hall, Ahagower, outside Westport. And he asked me would I do a spot there, and I was thinking and thinking. I thought, well, I had the nerve. I remember the first night going up on the stage, and I had the old-fashioned phones, the old-fashioned microphones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I grabbed it like that, and I kept looking down and singing away. Then after the years went by,
yeah.
That was it, yeah.
And how long were you performing before you actually made your first record?
Oh, for years and years in England. See, I moved to England when I was younger. I used to play in the dance hall over there, and the pubs and clubs, and go up and give a few songs.
This was in Manchester, you based
Manchester,
yourself,
yeah.
Yes.
And then a guy from Westport again, funny enough, Joe Gavin, God rest his soul, he came in from Birmingham one day, and he had me singing. He said, why not, if I get bookings, say down Birmingham, London, Leeds, Coventry, Sheffield, wherever. I said, okay, that's fine. So he got me the bookings, and that's when I travelled out. And then I made my first record, which was 37 years ago.
And that was an incredible success. You actually wrote the song as well. It was called?
Let's Go Back to County Mayo.
And it's still one of the great favourites.
Yeah, I wrote that in about a day.
It went on to earn you a silver disc and a gold disc.
Yeah, silver and gold, and there was another few silvers, but there's somewhere in the house.
And did you enjoy writing the songs?
I did do, yeah. I do at night time. I'd be thinking during the day, I think. I'll try to sound about this and then put down a line when you think of it, and you're away with it then.
And all those songs, and did they bring you a lot of success professionally, Kevin?
Yeah, they did do, yeah. It was surprising, and then when I went to America, several times in America, went on cruises and all that, and you sell your CDs and all that, and it's surprising all the people that write back to you and say, from different counties. It brings back memories for them, and especially new songs. And they'd want to know how you knew about their villages and the towns. And I'd buy a little map of the town, and then I'd get all the villages, write them down, and then rhyme them in together.
And over those 50 years, can you remember just a couple of major highlights for you?
I think a major highlight was going to the Mayo Association in Boston and New York several times, and then of course the cruise.
So you're kind of semi-retired. You came back to Ireland then?
Yeah, about 14 years ago.
Yes, and you semi-retired from the business?
Semi-retired, but I still do concerts and that. It's all the people after you, and I think if you like music, it never goes away. I mean, I'd be bored sitting in the house. So I like the music, yeah.
So you keep going for another 50 years?
Well, God leaves me.
Well done, and thank you for joining us, Kevin.
I left my home some years ago to travel far away. I crossed the Irish Sea and decided I would stay. I've got myself...
Hi Kevin, it's Margot here. What a wonderful night I'm missing, but I'm with you there in spirit. I have known you for all of your 50 years, and I treasure our friendship. You're one of my dear friends. Have a wonderful night, and God bless.
Country song from the hills of Connemara down to lovely Slievenamon. Bring me back to old...
Sean, lovely to be here in Bourkes of Irishtown. How long has Bourkes been here?
My uncle bought it in 1965 and I run it since 1993. Yeah, and Kevin has been playing here going back in my uncle's time. I can't even remember now exactly when, but he's been playing this first Friday in August since 2003.
Of course, there's a big night tonight now,
Yeah.
and for his 50th anniversary, are you looking forward to it?
Of course I am, yeah. Of course I am, yeah. And Kane, the country stairs, will be here as well, and they front Kevin every night that he's been here in the first Friday in August. And well, Kevin has just won the stairs, and that's it.
Great. On that note, we leave it. We're all looking forward
there.
to a great night,
Yeah.
Sean.
The hills of Connemara down to lovely Slievenamon.
Well, Kevin, we're here in Bourkes. The moment has arrived.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Bit nervous, yeah.
Looking forward to a big night?
Yeah, big night now. Lots coming already. And it's a nice evening as well. Thank God for that. Yeah.
What's going through your mind now today, thinking about the 50th anniversary, looking back on the
Looking
years?
back and all the people I used to know. A lot of them have gone, including some of my family, 3 of my family, my brothers passed away since I started. My mum and dad, of course. God bless them up. They're up there praying for me tonight.
And a lot of your friends in showbiz are turning up tonight
Yeah,
to
there's about
perform.
10 or 12, yeah. We're delighted to come, yeah. Yes.
Well, look, enjoy the night, and once again, congratulations on the 50th anniversary.
Thank you very much, Henry.
I'm joined now by one of the great legends of Irish broadcasting, the one and only Michael Cummins. You're very welcome indeed,
Thanks
Michael.
very much, Henry. How are you doing?
You've had a very close friendship with Kevin for many years.
I suppose I know Kevin going way back to the 70s, really. Well, certainly to the mid-80s, when Let's Go Back to County Mayo, one of his first singles came out. And that time Kevin broke big on the scene, in fact. Pascal Mooney was a good promoter of Kevin at that time, in fairness, back on RT Radio 2, and did a lot for him. But those were good years for Kevin, and it introduced him to wide audience.
In fact, he recorded one of your songs as well, Michael.
I've recorded a few of them.
A few of them,
He has indeed, yeah. Kevin recorded a few of mine. I know he had my old home in Mayo anyway, and
3 pubs?
3 pubs in Bahola, at the Sweet Rose of Old Karen Dime. We had an Ackle song as well, a song about Ackle. And there was at least 4. Galway knew 5, yeah, at least 5 anyway, so. Yeah, I've known Kevin for many years, and in fact, I think around the mid-1980s, I actually did some booking for him one particular year in the mid-80s, and it was just harmless, just a few pub gigs around the county, and that was it, you know.
But he always proved a popular entertainer wherever he went.
Well, Kevin is old stock Mayo, like, and west of Ireland, and he would have gone over to England in his young days. There's so many people from the west of Ireland and along the western seaboard, probably from Donegal down to Cork, really, you know. A lot of those people that went to England in those times, it was kind of a bit before the free education thing came in. And a lot of them, some would have gone to secondary schools, some wouldn't. And they had a lovely naturalness about them. They were people of the world. They were the University of Life people.
That's right.
And those are the people.
Learned the hard way.
They learned the hard way, and they knew real life. And there's many things you learn in real life that you won't learn inside the four walls of university.
You have a big role tonight, Michael. You're MC for his 50th anniversary, No Better Man. A lot of acts appearing tonight as well.
There are, yeah, and they're mainly from the western region, really, from the neighbouring counties and from Mayo, of course. So, look, Kevin has been around the course quite a lot over the years, and he always flies the flag for the west of Ireland, I have to say. And when he goes abroad there, he's been out on the Caribbean cruises a few occasions there with Gertie and the crowd, and he's always introduced as the man from the County Mayo, and he's proud of that. And he's proud of the west of Ireland in general and his Irish roots. And I think he has a great affinity with the people from every county on the island of Ireland who went to Manchester, where he spent nearly 40 years. There'll be an old warm for Kevin, I think, out there, you know.
Well, we'll let you get away to the stage because there's a huge crowd here in Bourkes of Irishtown, and you have a busy night ahead introducing all the acts.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, didn't think you'd have such a big crowd in at this early on May's evening. I'll tell you one thing, it's a credit to the people who've come out here tonight. And we're all here tonight to support one of our own. One of our own from down the road in the village of Caramack in Nogboy. And I know we'll be giving a special welcome there tonight. The old Kevin Prendergast. Now, we have an absolutely lovely show lined up tonight. So please give a great welcome to Nick Mulhern.
KP, a mighty man that I've known for 30 of them 50 years, and what a tremendous character, along with being a great performer. He's a great guy, and we're delighted to see the crowd here for him tonight, you know.
You're doing well yourself, Mick. You just recently launched an album.
Yeah, there in March we launched it, and it's going quite well for me, really, you know, and I'm happy with the production of it, you know. It's something I wanted to do for years.
Yeah, it's called Stormy Horizons. For anybody out there, it's available everywhere.
It's available at the local record shops and that, yeah. It's doing okay. It's just country songs, simple country music that I've been doing for all of my life, really, and I enjoy every moment of it, you know. So.
Well, look, we wish you well, and hopefully we'll be seeing more of you on our TV screens and recording more and out doing more concerts.
Thanks very much.
Well, I thought I'd been kissed and I thought I was loved. Oh, that was before I met you. See, I traveled around, I've been all over this world, and boys, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Take it home now. Woo! Thank you to this fantastic band behind me. All the best to Kevin for the future. Thanks very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. Well, on the one road, swinging the one road. Well, on the road, take off no swear. Well, on the one road, and maybe they're on the road. We're together now in tires. North and south and top lanes on. Dublin, Belfast, Cork, and Donegal. We're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song.
Well, for my next guest, we cross the River Shannon to Lanesborough. Sean Brennan, you're very welcome indeed, Sean.
Thank you, Henry. Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting myself and Rebecca.
You've performed together.
Performed together, and we're going to perform together tonight. Special night for Kevin. You know, Kevin is a legend in his own right, and we've always enjoyed Kevin over the years. Worked with him on many an occasion down the years, and it was great to see him tonight. He's looking well. Like myself, for an old man, he's looking well.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm looking forward to hearing him later on, and I'm looking forward to singing myself and ourselves later on.
Well,
So
we wish you well with that, and thanks for joining us, and enjoy the night. Frank McCaffrey, you're very welcome.
Thanks, Henry. It's nice to be here.
When did you and Kevin come across initially?
Jeepers, now we're talking about another lifetime. Years ago, when I started doing the concerts, going over as a solo act to England. Obviously, a long time before that, when I was with Margot, I would have come across Kevin in Manchester. He was working in Manchester a lot. We'd wind up together in different places. I think we played in everywhere except in jail.
You were flying the flag for Mayo.
Well, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Let's get back to County Mayo, and I had, the coastline in Mayo, so we always had loads of the Mayo songs.
So looking forward to taking to the stage tonight.
Absolutely, it's lovely to have this chance to do the tribute for him. It's great. We're having a wonderful night. It's a great tribute to the man, and I'm delighted there's so many people here. We're going to have a great night. We'll have a wonderful night.
And so dear, how would it be?
Well, I'm joined now by King of the very popular band, the Country Stars.
Right.
You have a very busy night tonight.
Very busy night tonight, but we're going to enjoy it. That's what it's all about. Celebrate Kevin's big night. That's what it's all about, really.
And of course, you've been backing Kevin for many years now as his backing band.
Yeah, we know Kevin for years. We used to play in Erris down in Balmullet. And then Kevin used to come back from England touring, and he'd always get us to back him. So that's how we got to know Kevin.
You have a very, very busy, because you're backing all the artists tonight.
Yeah,
Is
indeed.
that difficult?
No, not really. Once you know what songs they're doing and the keys they're on, off we go. Hopefully everything will go well. And I just want to wish Kevin the very best of luck and many more years of singing.
And it's really nice to be someone from home. Yes, it's really nice to meet someone from home. Mayo will always be home, no matter wherever I roam. Although we're divided by land and by sea, Mayo will always be home sweet home to me. And he whispered a prayer as he drew on the air, for he knew this would be his final race. Sing it away.
Kevin Prendergast has been part of the music scene in this country for many, many years, and of course over in the UK. There's no notions to Kevin Prendergast. He's one of our own. He's a gentleman that we respect, we have a great time for, and what you see is what you get with Kevin. I want you to give a special warm, and if indeed a standing ovation after 50 years is deserved. Kevin Prendergast.
Well, just to mark Kevin's 50 years in showbiz, a lovely piece of Mayo crystal, and it's inscribed to Kevin Prendergast, celebrating 50 years in showbiz, and this comes from all his fans from around the world.
We do a song that I put together 37 years ago in Manchester, a song titled Let's Go Back to County Mayo. There's one county like in Ireland, I never saw, in the province of Lakeland. It's the county of Mayo. Its name
It's hard to believe Kevin Prendergast's 50th anniversary celebrations took place 5 years ago, and of course since then we lost the great Tom Malloy of the Malloy Brothers Ballet Group, RIP. Now, just to remind you that Kevin returns to Bourkes of Irishtown for his big show next Saturday night, featuring Noreen Burke, Mick Mulhern, Mary Prendergast, Kay and the Country Stars, and many more. MC for the night is Michael Cummins. I think the show starts at 9 o'clock, so that's the place to be next Saturday night, the 30th of July, Bourkes of Irishtown. We wish Kevin a great night. We leave you now with the popular country and Irish star singing a great favourite, Who's Gonna Keep the Home Fires Burning. Now, don't forget, after the break, we'll be joining Martin Logan for the Irish in the UK programme, and I look forward to your company next week at the same time. So until then, slán go fóill.
The leaving, Lord, you know it wasn't easy, and it got tougher coming towards the end. It's hard to slam the door on one's freedom and say goodbye to fond and trusted friends. Sitting in a room here in Manhattan, staring through the New York City sky, reminiscing about your folks and neighbours, sometimes can bring a teardrop to your eyes. Who's gonna keep the flag of Ireland flying if all its sons and daughters leave from home for London or for New York or Australia, and leave the old folks living on their own? Who's gonna keep the fires of Ireland burning in Leitrim or in Cavan or Tyrone? Will homes that once were filled with laughter be filled with emptiness and broken stones? Who will fill the chapels on a Sunday, or the dance halls on a Friday night? Will anyone remain to fuel the fire and keep the flame of Ireland burning bright? Who will play the fiddles and the banjos, or sing about the roads of Castlereagh? Will they still be fit to field a team for football, or will county heroes fade to history? Who's gonna keep the flag of Ireland flying if all its sons and daughters leave from home for London or for New York or Australia, and leave the old folks living on their own? Who's gonna keep the fires of Ireland burning in Leitrim or in Cavan or Tyrone? Will homes that once were filled with laughter be filled with emptiness and broken stones? We hope and pray that sometime in the future, and hope God will take care of us till then, and that one day we will be returning